Okay guys, I will explain to you. Your alarms are there. It basically gives you a list of what alarms you've got left, okay, which are normal. And then you've got events. Now the events will give you a rundown of what's happened recently, or you can go through the history of all of the alarms that you need to in that side. You only ever need that if there's a major problem, so I don't really use that one, to be fair. The system network, some people prefer to use a system network and find any faults by these switches. Okay, now to me that's just a lot of green squares, coloured lines and numbers, so I tend not to use that. You can learn it if you wish, I don't use it. Okay, so the last one on this line is measuring points. That one there just basically tells you and gives you a constant update of what they are, what alarms they are, okay, the values, units and minimums and maximums and all that kind of thing. Okay, it gives you obviously, as you can see, they're constantly moving. That's obviously the fuel. That one there is the fuel there. Oops, don't know if that did that. That one there, if I tap that one, it then gives you it then tells you, okay, you can then bring them up, but I don't use it, to be honest with you. It's another one I don't use. The last one, and most importantly on this one, is a setting screen. Okay, now on here I have already set the date on this one. I'm unsure. I will try and do the Wandelar one before I bring her away, but you don't need to swap anything on here. If you do the show address, okay, the show address will tell you the address of this screen. Okay, there's also on the Wandelar, you'll see the other screen, which is over there. You've got exactly the same. Okay, so all that does is shows you the address, and it'll show you the ID, whether it's screen 1 or screen 2. Don't change them. If you start changing these settings, it can cause hell and all trouble for you. Okay, don't change any of these either. These, obviously, your extra settings are just extra settings. You need a password to get in there, so it's pretty pointless, to be fair. That's just a bonding thing, that is. And obviously the one that I normally use is the brightness up and down. Oh, hang on, delete, get rid of that one. Okay, so you can either bring the screen up or down, which is a bit of a bonus at night when you're sailing at night. Some of these are automatic, they'll dim. There's a little sensor here, so there it is. There's a little sensor. If it gets bright, it gets brighter. If it gets dark, it gets darker. It's relatively simple, to be honest with you, but that's all you really need to use on that screen. Okay.